Peace and blessings, y'all, in this corner boxing 24. Good evening, good evening. How's everyone doing this evening? Hope everybody's doing pretty good. Pardon me. I'm doing pretty good on this side as always. God is great. God is good. I definitely can't complain. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about Errol Spence Jr. tonight, and a man that went from making no excuses to having all the excuses now about why he lost that fight against the great Terrence Bud Crawford. I just rewind back to, some years back, a few years back when they had met, when they had that physical confrontation with each other, where they met each other, and Bud was saying back then when he was at 140 how he was going to beat Errol Spence, and Errol Spence, he was talking his stuff and they was talking back and forth, but you could just see, man, I could see like Terrence Crawford was for real. Like, when I get that opportunity, man, I'm gonna take advantage of it, man. I'm gonna beat you. And he was calling Errol Spence fat, and he pulled up his shirt and showed his cuts and stuff like that. And he was like, man, I'm gonna beat you, man. You're not gonna be ready for me. And Bud Crawford never got no credit, man, for what he did at 135 and becoming undisputed at 140, and then coming in the door at 147, man. He didn't get no respect for beating Jeff Horn, coming in the door after Jeff Horn, though it was a close fight with Manny Pacquiao, he still got the win. And he's just a tough, rugged guy. He didn't get no respect for that. He didn't get no respect for the fight with Kyle Velasquez, even though Kyle Velasquez would have gave anybody a problem, even Errol Spence at welterweight. He ain't somebody he would have just walked through like that. He didn't get no respect. And even though he beat Sean Porter convincingly, or more convincingly, and Kell Brook more convincingly than Errol Spence did it, they always try to find a way to take away from what Bud Crawford did. Oh, well, Kell Brook, Errol Spence damaged his eye. And I said, well, Triple D damaged his eye first, so what are we saying? And then when I went back and collected the information and came back with the facts and showed how Kell Brook, after his fight with Triple G, he fought Errol Spence with not even a year of recovery, but he didn't fight Bud Crawford. He fought Bud Crawford years after recovering from the second eye injury. See, when you come up with this stuff and you prove these facts, it's like nobody really can defend it, right? But then when people don't want to hear it because they're a diehard fan of somebody, then they keep coming with the same nonsense. So on this channel here, man, in this corner boxing 24, we deal with the facts. We don't make stuff up. We're not glamorous with it. This ain't no game over here. This ain't, trying to get views, and so I'm just gonna say anything. Nah, we just deal with the facts and we deal with the truth, okay? We deal with what we see in front of us, okay? Bud Crawford is the better fighter. Errol Spence was a weight bully. I always said that. Errol Spence was gonna get beat by the right person, and the right person happened to be Bud Crawford, So we always knew what was going to happen. But like I said, in the beginning, after the fight, in the aftermath of the fight, after the fight was first, when the fight was over, Errol Spence didn't have anything to say. He didn't have too much to say. People were making excuses about the weight. He was weight drained. It was the car accident. It was this. It was that. But the car accident didn't show up when he beat Danny Garcia. The car accident wasn't an issue when he beat Ugas. And he was pounding on his chest, and he was the man and all that. And even when he was giving fight Bud, he was pounding on his chest. And I remember him saying, man, I hope I don't break his face too bad. This is what Errol Spence said. I hope I don't break his face too bad. So now when you come up with this cataract surgery I had to have, and I needed it before the fight, and then we want to know why you didn't get it before the fight and just delay it until the end of the year, man, you ain't got no excuses, man. We're not having it. We're not going for it. All right? So it's time for Bud, man, to probably just move on, make a decision. Now, for me, I think Bud should fight Jerome Buzinas, but I get him not fighting him because that's high risk, low reward for him. And I know he's trying to get all the money he can get and get up out of the game because he had a late start. being up under the crook Bob Arum for so many years. So I get it. Amanda didn't promote him right, and he's not a promoter. He's not the right promoter for superstars, okay? He's not the right promoter for superstars. If you're gonna be a superstar, then Bob Arum is not the right promoter for you. You gotta get from up under him to become that. And these fighters are gonna see that. But anyway, Bud Crawford had a late shining, and he did some good work up until Errol Spence in the welterweight division, and then he got the chance, and he exceeded it. He did what he had to do. And now, if he's not going to get this rematch, and I hope he gets the rematch, man. I hope he does get the rematch and beat him better and faster than what he did the first time, because that's exactly what's going to happen. It ain't going to be no different. It'll probably be a faster knockout, a faster beatdown, more convincing beatdown. And then it's going to be quiet. And then, oh, well, the doctor told him, he really shouldn't have fought again. Because Errol Spence already said, he already put it out there about his parents being retired for years and his children being in private school and him sitting on money and sitting on bread and his passports. And he said he don't have to lace up again. So what are you saying? He already got his excuses made up for him that if he lose, not if, but when he loses again to Bud Crawford, if they fight, that, hey, man, I'm good. He already got it set up. But he would have never thought like that before getting in that ring with Bud. He thought he was invincible. He thought he was indestructible. And because he came through that car accident, he thought that, he couldn't be beat. And a lot of y'all bought into that, the media, the fans, and to see Bud destroy him like that and just totally walk through him, man, like it was, just totally break him down like that. Y'all just still can't believe it. But I believed it because I knew it was going to happen. Because ain't nobody, the only one that's indestructible is God himself. No, man is not indestructible. Okay, you have to rely on God. Can't do nothing without his wisdom and without his mercy and his power. Okay, you cannot do it. So whenever you think you're above and beyond God, and you're just gonna run through people and beat people up and do whatever you wanna do, and you can't lose, that's when you already lost. And that's what happened to Errol Spence Jr. Peace and blessings, y'all. In this corner, Boxing 24. Please subscribe to the page. Please leave your comments. Everybody let me know how you feel. Peace.